1. Having different files within a larger program helps separate the different parts of the code. 2. The first reason we need more than one file is so there could be namespace separation. However, we may use them merely for separating the main program from the functions. 3. This is an example of a module. Actually, any Python file ending with a.py extension is a module. This module just prints a string and initializes a number. 4. When Python is asked to search for modules, it searches a search path. This is inside a list of strings. However, the first string is empty to indicate the current directory. We can put all our modules in a directory with the main program. 5. Here we go into the directory where we have saved the module, thus that becomes the current directory. Now an import statement will execute any code and also initialize any variables. Note the import is done only once. If we want, we may use the reload importing function, that is, if a file has changed, like in a dynamic database. 6. We can also import a module with some alias. Usually aliases are a few letters and LR would be a better alias than that in the example. This way your file name could be big and descriptive. 7. When importing, it is possible to import only a select number of variables. Note, we do not have any access to module afterward, just the variables which have been imported. 8. You can import a variable with an alias. Unless the name is really big, this might not make much sense. 9. Also, we can import everything. That is, all names in the module will become part of current namespace. This is often done to reduce typing and clarifying our code. 10. A documentation string is created by a pair of triple quotes. This could be any helpful string. First, we imported the Python 3 function from the future module, so the print statements can look like a function call. Note, we do not have to care where the inbuilt modules, like future and others, are located. This also applies for libraries, like NumPy, whose setup programs should have handled the details. Basically, most of these libraries are located in libsite packages directory in the Python directory. 11. This is using the previous module and getting the doc with a question mark. We can also write help and the module name in parentheses. Using the magic function %whos, we find the module has been imported into the namespace. 12. We can share data between the main program and an external module. The variable should be created in module and imported to the main program, thus we have an alias to the same object. If the object is mutable like a list, it can be changed by both files. 13. This is an example of a module. I went over how the function addl works in tutorial 13. Basically, it just adds terms to the list variable L. On line 3, the variable L is created. 14. This is the main program. It imports everything in the module, that is L, and the function addl. Now we can change L using addl function, or directly appending. Furthermore, we can access the list such as is done in line 10. Now the print does not have parentheses, as though the print function has not been imported from the future module. 15. Now the main program is run. We can inquire what are the variables in the namespace. 16. There is an internal variable name, which returns the calling program. The program manlpy is modified to print this variable. 17. Depending on how the program is executed, the variable name will be either the name of module or the string main. Thus in modules, we usually have tests like if name equals main, and have some test code which is only run if module is directly run. You can see that L keeps on extending, as the statement L equals empty list did not run. This is because import only takes place once. 18. While Python has much more functionality, such as classes, this should be enough to get a basic idea. Also, we will not use classes, as we start with examples using the CSound program. I went over CSound earlier in tutorial 6. 19. You will find additional information at pythonaudio.blogspot.com.